Since getting drafted in 2012, seven-time NBA All-Star Damian Lillard has had only 4 wins in the playoffs. And without a doubt, the point guard's loyalty to the Portland Trail Blazers seems to be harming his legacy. And anyway, 15-time All-Star Kevin Garnett, who was in a similar situation, is now talking about the possibility of Damian Lillard playing at Madison Square Garden. So stay with me as I discuss KG's attempt to get the Knicks to sign Lillard. A disgruntled star and a bad team. Damian Lillard is without doubt one of the best point guards of his generation, and some could even agree that he is the representation of loyalty for this era. However, he's 32 years old and without a doubt about to miss the playoffs for the second consecutive season. And not to mention that the only time in his NBA career that he made it to the Western Conference Finals, he was completely swept by the Golden State Warriors. And anyway, Damian Lillard is languishing in Portland. The point guard recently stated that he thinks he should be first All-NBA this 2022-2023 season, and honestly, he has the stats to back it up. He was the NBA's leading scorer before suffering a calf injury, but sitting out the rest of the season, his 32.2 points per game ranks 3rd in the league. Lillard is also averaging 7.3 assists and 4.8 rebounds per game. But unfortunately, these impressive performances have been on a losing team. The Blazers are currently on a 32-45 record this season and are definitely out of the play-in tournament, and not to mention that, they've lost 9 out of their last 10 games. So it comes as no surprise that the franchise's all-time leading scorer recently made it clear that, at this point in his career, he is not interested in any Blazers rebuilding. He emphasizes that he has grown frustrated over the years because, despite years of discussion about a rebuilding process, there have been few to no changes so far. Since he got drafted by the Blazers, he has had only one All-Star teammate, and that was LaMarcus Aldridge, who is a decent player at best. He has had to play alongside teammates like Nicholas Batum, Wesley Matthews, Alan Crabb, Evan Turner, Enes Freedom, Meyers Leonard, and CJ McCollum over the years. And none of those players, however impressive they are, have proven to be a championship match. Maybe CJ McCollum was, but he was later traded to the Pelicans. Nevertheless, Lillard is 32 years old now, and he's playing alongside Jeremy Grant and Anthony Simons, who are unquestionably not even All-Star caliber players, and it appears his patience is now running out. And amid his situation with the Blazers, it appears one of the greatest power forwards in the NBA, Kevin Garnett, has some advice for Dame. Kevin Garnett wants Damian Lillard with the New York Knicks. If anyone can relate to Damian Lillard's frustration, it has to be Kevin Garnett. The former Minnesota Timberwolves power forward ran the franchise as a one-man show for years, and despite guiding the Wolves to their first winning season in franchise history, he became increasingly frustrated as the Wolves failed to make the playoffs and traded away highly talented players on the team. Nevertheless, after 12 years and at 31 years old, the Hall of Famer left for the Boston Celtics, and in his first season, he won his first and only NBA championship that helped to solidify his place among the league's all-time greats. And anyway, the 15-time NBA All-Star in a recent interview not only sympathizes with Damian Lillard, but also wants to see the superstar point guard make the move to the New York Knicks. KG emphasized that Lillard will surely be regarded as one of the best to have done it if he joins the Knicks and continues to be as remarkable as he has always been with the Blazers. Garnett emphasized that Lillard's 71-point performance against the Houston Rockets would have been even more spectacular if he had done it while playing for the New York Knicks. By the way, this wouldn't be the first time Dame has been linked to the New York Knicks, as ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith mentioned in the 2022 offseason that the New York Knicks could potentially be Lillard's next destination if extension talks with the Trailblazers fail. And anyway, Lillard will undoubtedly make a difference for any team that signs him, and if he chooses to play at Madison Square Garden, he would add a tremendous amount of firepower to their already incredible offense. What Lillard brings to the Knicks. For years now, the New York Knicks have been looking to land a franchise-defining superstar since Patrick Ewing. They almost succeeded with Carmelo Anthony, but in the 7 seasons Melo played, they won just a single playoff series. In the same way that the Blazers are failing Lillard, the Knicks failed Melo. In his first 5 years with the Knicks, he played with 70 teammates for 4 head coaches and 4 heads of basketball operations. Aside from Melo, they attempted to sign LeBron James in 2010, as well as Kevin Durant before he joined the Nets. And anyway, they gambled with Jalen Brunson, and surprisingly, it has paid off. But then again, Jalen Brunson is not Damian Lillard. Lillard is not only a proven franchise-defining superstar, but also one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. A superstar by the numbers, the 2013 Rookie of the Year once held the NBA rookie record for three-pointers made in a season and is presently ranked 3rd on the list. Lillard is the first player in NBA history to score more than 70 points in less than 40 minutes, and he is also the first to accomplish this feat while making 10 or more three-pointers. Only Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant have more 60-plus point games than Damian Lillard in NBA history, and he is one of the only two players aside from Chamberlain to have more than 2 games with 60-point games in a single season. His consistency is amazing because, aside from James Harden, Steph Curry, and Damian Lillard, no other NBA player over the previous 10 seasons has had 10 or more 50-point games. Damian Lillard sure brings more offensive firepower to a young team that features 2 all-star caliber players in Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, which inevitably means we get to see a new NBA Big Three. A potential Super Three. The NBA has had some successful superstar lineups throughout the years, from the Chicago Big Three of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman, to the Miami Heat's Big Three of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Many have also failed, with the Brooklyn Nets experiment with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden failing terribly. In any case, the potential trade of Damian Lillard to the New York Knicks will see him form an offensive partnership with Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Truth be told, the partnership doesn't exactly mirror a super squad, but then again, the pair of Randle and Brunson have been some of the best players in the 2022-2023 season. Randle is having the best season of his life as he is currently averaging 25.1 points on 45.9% shooting from the field, along with 10 rebounds and 4.1 assists a game. Brunson, on the other hand, who joined earlier this season from the Mavs after a breakout year to sign one of the biggest signings of the NBA offseason, has been worth every penny. Initially, many considered his signing to be an overpay given that his best season beforehand was in his contract year. But so far, he has been exceptional as he is averaging 24 points on 49% shooting from the floor, 6.2 assists, and 3.6 rebounds per game. And anyway, Lillard's addition will undoubtedly elevate the Knicks, who last won the NBA championship 50 years ago and last advanced past the final round of the playoffs 23 years ago, into title contenders. Hypothetical trade that sends Lillard to the Knicks. Damian Lillard playing at the Madison Square Gardens for the Knicks won't come easy as he signed a 2-year, $122 million extension with the Blazers that would see him with the franchise through the 2026-27 season. However, should the Knicks look to trade for the 7-time All-Star, it is believed that they could include shooting guard R.J. Barrett, who signed a massive 4-year, $120 million contract extension with the New York Knicks this past offseason, but hasn't lived up to expectations. There are also speculations that the Knicks might include players like Mitchell Robinson, Evan Fournier, Miles McBride, and Quentin Grimes in the trade. However, the Blazers might insist to have point guard Emmanuel Quickley included in a potential deal, but it appears the Knicks are reluctant on trading him as they think he has too much value at the moment. Besides, just in his 3rd season in the league, Quickley is averaging 14.2 points, 4 rebounds, and 3.3 assists on 44.5% shooting from the field and 36% shooting from deep. And the Knicks believe that if they were to trade him, it would be in a different deal where he would be the key piece. Damian Lillard to the Heat. The New York Knicks appear to not be the only one looking to add Damian Lillard to their roster, as the Miami Heat have also shown interest in the superstar. Besides, since their experiment with Kyle Lowry hasn't worked, the Eastern Conference team is looking to abandon it as soon as possible. Nonetheless, the trio of Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo sounds like an exciting project even Lillard wouldn't want to pass. But then again, such a trade wouldn't come easy. However, in a hypothetical trade constructed by an anonymous Eastern Conference executive, it is believed that the Miami Heat will include valued 4th-year combo guard Tyler Herro, as well as Duncan Robinson, Nikola Jovic, and 2 future first-round picks for Lillard. Whatever the case may be, one can be certain that Damian Lillard will flourish in any other NBA team he eventually joins. What do you think about Damian Lillard's decision to leave the Blazers? Do you believe he should remain for the rebuilding? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.